I got started with OLLI 2 years ago when I recently retired, and I was looking for something to stay engaged, something that was going to keep me occupied. And I've got to tell you, in the last 2 years, I've had a great time. And the neat thing about OLLI, the brain is a marvelous instrument, but like anything else, if you don't use it, it atrophies and it rusts. And if you want to keep that brain active and strong, you need to use it. And so OLLI has been a way for me to be involved, to be thinking, to be curious, to learn new things. And at the same time, to do it with a bunch of like-minded individuals with a sense of community and to have fun with people who are all curious. So it's been a super experience as far as I'm concerned. I've taken courses across the whole gamut. I'm a scientist by training, and I take technology courses. At the same time, I've been taking history, arts, taking things in wildlife of Colorado, look at the history of Colorado through James Michener's Centennial, look at Lewis and Clark, the variety of topics that I've been able to engage in. So that's been my experience as a student, but I've also been facilitating. You have a bunch of students and members of the class who all want to be there. They bring a variety of backgrounds, experiences, hobbies, and so as often as not, I'm learning as much from the members of the class as I am from teaching. Being a facilitator has allowed me to do is to choose the topics that I'm going to study. So I'm always stretching myself, but now I get the choice. And so I did a course on great inventions and the fun of just going and exploring great inventions that changed our world. So looking at the steam engine, and we all know the steam engine or the printing press, but to explore and dive down deep, the kind of things that you only get as an instructor. I'm looking at doing things in navigation and map making, or great inventions of the ancient world. Recently, I'm about to teach a course in string theory. Each of them, I learn as much, if not more, than the fellow members of the class. So I just look at it as a way to get out, be active, see people, and have fun doing it. So I'm a scientist by training, and that's what I taught in my university career. But I've got to tell you, teaching science to an OLLI audience is quite different. You have people who are engineers, who are scientists themselves by training, all the way to people who have had no science and very little science at that since their high school days. And so when we're talking about topics, it's really trying to open up the realm of what science means or what technology means, maybe talking about how it affects their lives. For example, I taught a course in basic physics. Now, if I'm teaching that to college students, the aim at the end of the day is to say, I'm going to have an evaluation, there's going to be a test, there's going to be homework. But when we talk about basic physics to an OLLI audience, it's what are the sound bites? Gee, I see things happening around me. I see that I ride a bicycle and it doesn't fall over. Well, can I walk away with a sense of why that stands up? How do the things work in the world around me? All those questions that we have. How do the stars work? How do they, cosmology? I keep hearing about the Big Bang. So much of this. So if I can successfully teach a course, or if I can successfully be a member of a course and kind of open up to other ways, new ways of thinking, then I'm going to be a stronger person, and I think I'm a better citizen. It means that I'm able to make better decisions when it comes to the ballot box. I'm able to make better decisions when I'm talking with my friends or I'm worried about current events. I'm constantly amazed by the world around us. We start with things as small as the atom and go through the world that we see with our eyes, all the way up to things as large as galaxies and the universe. And you wonder about the complexity and the majesty of it all. And if I can share that, and if we can walk away with a little bit more understanding and asking ourselves questions, where does that take us? What's there in the future? Man, what a great way to think. So many of the OLLI courses are just broadening and getting yourself to think in ways that you hadn't thought before. If I was going to say one thing to somebody who was thinking about OLLI, and if they were looking at the courses and they're interested in one area, dive into it, learn more. If you're a historian and you want to take history courses, great. Boy, there's a world of knowledge out there. And the more that we expand, the stronger our brains, the more involved we are, and the healthier we are.